our seminar, Ramalan SPM over here. So I will be entertaining you guys anything that has to do with your SPM English 1119 paper, which we have witnessed so much changes for you guys, and I believe like so many percentage of the changes has come in the favor of you guys lah, right? So after all these pandemics and everything, then we see our friends and everybody going through a lot of times. I think this version of your SPM English, right, is going to be a wonderful time for you guys to be told and everything, right? Okay, so anyway, so very nice to have you guys over here. Okay, very happy to have you guys over here in the Saturday explaining you guys about English and everything. So first of all, let's see. All right, so let's go through what are the changes and everything. So obviously, okay, obviously you guys would have known so many things, right? If I come over here, sit over here, and then I start explaining about from scratch to 100%, that is just going to make you guys sleep in this hour, right? So I'm not most definitely not going to do that. So I will, because I was myself a participant of SPM English seminars, because I know how it is, right? So let's not make it that way. Okay, I'm sure you guys have known so many things, right? So I'm over here just to highlight a little bit of things for you guys, okay? So highlight a little bit for you guys to boost you up and motivate you guys throughout this seminar over here, right? Okay, so let's talk about the format first, right? Format has been this one has been a new format, and I think most by far mostly this format has been a very entertaining, and when I look at it, I'm so happy, that kind of a format, right? Okay, so let's see. So as usual, one of the most notorious changes that you guys can see in your format over here is that no literature, right? So that can be a good news and a bad news depending on how you guys see, right? Because obviously literature brings you like heavy marks and everything, right? Okay, so never mind, let's let's bygones be bygones. So we know that literature is not there. They obviously put something in to replace the literature heavy marks and everything, right? Okay, so what can we see over here? If you guys look at the screen, look at your screen and everything. So we do have okay, so paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and 4, right? We do have paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, you guys are 100% fantastic in that, right? So what is this paper 3 exactly? What is this paper 3 exactly? Paper 3 is about your learning skills, okay? So those days, so what is the difference over here, sir, about this paper 3 and paper 4? What are they trying to do to us? You see, I told you they take out literature, they gave you another 2 more new papers already, right? But in a way of making you guys a huge favor of lessening your burden of getting prepared for 2 different exam systems, right? So because paper 3 is your speaking, paper 4 is your listening, right? So before this, they were separated, right? They were separated, okay? Like a couple that has a very massive fight and everything. So oral will be conducted differently, okay? I mean separately, and your written exam will be conducted separately. So the marks will also reflect in their own mark sheets and everything. So oral will be conducted, and that oral test will be your PPD and or something like that. And then written exam will be coming out as your results and everything. But now they thought, why do we have to make them suffer so long? So they made a truce between them, and then they are now in paper 3 and paper 4 right now. So paper 3 is your speaking, paper 4 is your listening over here, right, ladies and gentlemen, right? Okay, so what we can know about this, so your work is made easier. You don't have to wait for 2 different results over here, which most probably your results for this paper 3 and 4 will be reflected in your final result or something right? Okay, so let's see what happens if something like that happens or not. But I'm sure by now your paper 3 and paper 4 has been conducted, finished already, I'm sure, because I think these past few weeks you guys have gone through your paper 3 and paper 4 already, right? Okay, so what is left? Yes, okay, Darshini Subramaniam has responded yes. Thank you, Darshini, right? Okay, so what can we expect? Now we go wait for our paper 1 and paper 2, right? So paper 1 is obviously very easy. If you guys see objective aneka pilihan, okay, so very sorry, what you guys are looking over here, right? Okay, instrument over here. Okay, I managed only came out in the first instrument, only came out in Bahasa Melayu. So that is why we are having Bahasa Melayu over here. Anyway, the exam is English, right? Okay, so paper 1, okay, paper 1 is always about objective questions. So you will have 8 objective questions, right? You guys will have 8 objective questions. Just walk in the park like that, right? We have been answering objective questions for the rest of our life since we were born, right? Okay, so the next one will be comprehension, right? Comprehension questions. Okay, either way, you guys will have comprehension questions. So what is so good in this comprehension question is that, oh, sorry. All right, sorry. Okay, what is so good in this comprehension question and so on? Very simple thing, right? It is very easy. So they don't give you like give you a question and ask you to find the answers and everything. Now it is made even easier. What is even easier over here? They have made it easier in a way that you will be given the paragraph number. Wait, let me show you this. Right. Wait, this is one type of comprehension. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Okay, if you guys see this question over here, okay, they are saying that if you see it over here, right? If you see it over here, they are talking about this one. This is what I'm talking about over here. You see, in paragraph 2, you guys will be given in paragraph 2, in paragraph 3. So now no more worrying about what you guys, how am I going to look over here? How am I going to find the answers and everything? I'm going to have a hard time finding the answers and everything, wasting time over here, almost 20 minutes over here. So what you guys can do, you go straight to the paragraph and look for the answer. But one tips that I can give you guys over here is that very simple. One tips is that although you are given question in this manner, right? Although you guys are given questions in this manner, one thing that you guys have to always understand is that read the paragraph first. Read the passage first. Okay, we know questions are easy, but that doesn't change the culture. Read the passage first, so you have the gist of the passage, right? You know what are they talking about in that passage. So when you are looking for the answer, yes, you are going to look for in the exact passage. So, but reading the passage over there, when you read the question, okay, it says paragraph 2 over here. When you go to paragraph 2, you know exactly which sentence to look for, right? So when you don't read the passage beforehand, you go to the question, right? Okay, you will read the question, okay, paragraph 2. You will go to paragraph 2, you still have to read the whole paragraph to find the exact answer, right? So what you do, read the passage and come over to the question, guys. Read the question, go to the paragraph exactly, and you know exactly which sentence to find the answer, right? So that is what I'm trying to tell you guys over here. So hopefully you guys understand, right? Okay? Do you guys understand what am I talking about? Okay, just walk in the park lah, don't worry. Okay, so done with this part over here, right? Okay, then we will see question 20. Okay, we will see, sorry. All right, then we will see the next question, which is 27 to 32. Okay, 27 to 32 is a section that we call, all right, I'm just having fun with this iPad over here, sorry. Okay, so 27 to 32 is what we call as a gap text section. Like gap text section, I think this section is actually, okay, part 4, right? Part 4 is your gap text. So very simple, guys. This one seems like very difficult, but listen to me. Okay, why is this very simple here is that you will find your answers in no time. Why? If you can follow this very simple thing over here, right? When you guys go through this section, right, and then you are reading the paragraph. Okay, you are reading the paragraph to find out what are they trying to say, right? You are reading the paragraph to find out what is the content of this passage, the whole passage over here, and then you will notice 6 blank spaces that will be missing 6 sentences over there, right? Okay, so what you will do, you will go on finding the sentences and everything that we all know, right? That is, we all know. So how can you find the sentence in no time? Okay, because This one is like, how do you say, a bit lengthy process, but you don't have to exactly follow the timeline over here. You don't want to sit over here like 20 minutes, 15 minutes time to find out the answers over here, right? So what can you do? First thing, remember, okay, when you come to this part over here, part 4, what you guys can do is that, okay, read the passage first. Okay, read the passage and understand what is this passage about, right? And then when you are done with that, and then when you guys are done with that, what you can do is that, okay, analyze where is the missing words, sentences over there. So we will have 6, okay? We will always have 6 blank spaces that you guys have to find the best fitting answer. Remember guys, something that you guys might know, might not have known, I'm just refreshing your mind. You are not supposed to find the correct answer. Why? Every answer choice that you guys will see later, about 8 or 6 will be there, will be correct, not wrong. So you are supposed to find the best fitting answer for each blank. So switch your mind to that. I'm not finding for the correct answer, I'm finding for the best fitting answer, right? That will bring you much more closer to the answer. You understand? Okay. Now you have read the passage. Now you know what are they talking about in the passage and everything, right? Okay. So the next thing what you do, analyze the missing blank spaces over there. Okay. One simple thing over here that I can tell you right now is that what you guys can do is that when you go to the blank space and then you are about to find the answer, 2 things. Read the sentence before and read the sentence after. Why? When you read the sentence before, you will know the grammar pattern the next sentence would have followed over here, right? When you read the next sentence after the missing sentence over there, you will be able to guess what would have happened before. So that is the trick over here. When you're starting to find the missing blank over here, right? When you guys are the blank over here, right? So what do? You read the sentence before the sentence over here, and you read the sentence after the sentence over here. Why? Because you want to find the missing link over here, right? So you will be able to understand what is happening in the missing place over there. So the sentence before the blank space will tell you exactly what grammar pattern does the missing sentence would have taken. The sentence that you read after the missing blank will tell you exactly what would have happened before, right? So that these 2 approaches will bring you definitely very close to your answer. But remember guys, you are not looking for the correct answer for this section over here, but you guys are looking for the best fitting answer, right? Correct answer might not be best fitting. So stop looking for the correct one, start looking for the best fitting one. So how can you do that? Sentence before, sentence after with their respective parts, and you just carry on doing that already. All right. So that is for this section over here. How can you guys work smart? This is how you can work smart over here. Is there any question? All right. All right. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on from here. Sorry. Okay, these are the examples of how you guys, what type of questions that you guys might answer choices that you guys might see. Like you see, I told you we will have 8 choices. All 8 will actually be correct. It's just that you have to go for the best fitting one. Which answer best fits in that blank over there, right? Okay, so done with this. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one is a matching section over here. So this one, why is a matching section? Because this one is actually part 5. Okay, part 5 over here is always the matching section. Okay, so that is what we call them, right? Okay, so remember that. All right, so let's move on. This is matching over here. One thing that I can tell you guys in matching over here, you won't find your usual matching exercise over here, you know. But because when usually when in your exam, when it comes to matching, you will have 2 columns A and B over there, and then you have to find the matching one from A to B and B to A. But that is the old fashion. right? That is 1960s already. Now to 2022, this is how we match over here. If you guys can see in screen right now, all right? So if you guys can see, you have to match the sentence to the exact paragraph. That is section 1, okay? You have to match your, sorry, okay? You have to read the statement over here, match them with the exact paragraph over here, right? Which paragraph? That is matching right now. That is matching 2022 in your paper, right? After you are done with that, what do you do is that the next matching is this one. Mark your answers in separate answers, okay? Complete the notes below. You have to read the sentence and match with the correct answer. This is how we match right now. We no longer use 1960s method of matching right now. This new format, new style of matching, okay? So that is what part 5, which we call matching, is all about over here, right? Okay, if done with that, let's move on. Okay, now comes the big part over here. All right, paper 2. Paper 2 is all about essays and everything, right? So what we can say over here, paper 2 is all about essay writing and everything. But how many essays that you guys will have? You will have 3 different types of essay. All right, yes, exactly. Guided writing, continuous writing, extended writing. So guided writing, we all have tremendous amount of experience over there, right? There will be one essay provided everything to you. All you have to do is to draft the essay properly and write down the essay properly, right? Okay, like continuous writing, we have experience also. Extended writing is another thing where you guys will be given a choice of 3 essays. You have to choose one, right? You have to choose one and you have to make sure you write the essay down. Okay, the 3 choice of essays in extended writing, they will give you 3 different formatted essay over there for you to choose. So when you are making a choice over there, make sure you make a choice not because the essay instruction, the topic of the essay is easy, not because of that. When you read, it might be easy, guys, right? When you read, it might be easy, but when you are really going to start do it, then it will be not easy, so easy. Okay, so that is why you don't make a choice over there by looking at the title. You read the title is easy. You think, okay, I'm going to do this. And then when you start writing, then you will see how easy is it exactly. So don't do that. When you're making a choice, go for the format. Okay, look for the format. Okay, because we have 3 different essays with 3 different formats. Okay, go for the format which you find you can remember the format over there, right? That will help you a lot right now. Okay, so don't make your choice based on the essay title, because reading one and then doing the exact same thing is 2 different things. When you read it correctly because you know how to spell and read it correctly. Okay, when you are using the same thing to write, it might not be that easy at all, because you are doing a whole different thing over here. From reading, you're going to writing. So making a choice based on reading the essay title and finding it easy is not that smart, right? So when you guys are making a choice, always remember, make a choice by the format. Okay, go through the 3 format, see which one you remember, which one you're confident of, and then make the choice over there. Okay, this is how you guys work smart over here, right? So you don't want to choose something and that you guys will be regretting later, right? Okay, so that is the general information for you guys lah, right? Okay, so first one, let's move over here. Okay, this is an example of what you guys might see. Okay, question 1, right? Question 1, you guys will have something like this, and then what you guys will be seeing is that everything will be given to you guys. If you see, and then it will be much more easier because instructions are given, illustrations are given, and points are given. Even the format will be given to you guys. All you have to do is to draft it properly and make it into a real full writing over there. So when you are doing this, remember, okay, one thing you guys have to remember, although the points are given over here, guys, all the points are given over here, one thing that you don't forget to do is draft your essay before you start writing. Okay, just because they give you the points over here and everything, that doesn't give you an opportunity to not to draft, because you still have to know what are you going to write, how are you going to write. When they give you a point over here for to help you to write the essay down, how are you going to make that point into a complete sentence without drafting? And how are you make sure you don't go over the word count allowed without drafting, right? What is that? Wait, let me see. So what about the words? Is it? Wait, let me see the questions first. Okay. What about the words? About the words, is it okay if exceeded? I'm going to come to that later. Okay. I'm going to come to that in a while. Okay. So this is what you guys have to do. Drafting is a must, guys. Whether the points are given to you or not given to you, that is not the case over here. The case over here, you have to turn the points into sentences, and then you have to make sure you adhere to the word count over here. So how are you going to make that? Draft your essay, whether the points are given or whether the format is given, whether anything is given or not, your essay has to be drafted before you guys go. It just takes you like below 5 minutes over here to ensure you produce a full quality essay, right? So don't forget about drafting. Whether you are doing a continuous essay, whether you are doing an extended essay, whether you guys are doing a guided essay, guided writing over here, drafting is compulsory over here. So don't forget about doing that, right? So that is about drafting over here. The next thing that I'm going to talk about to you guys over here is that you come over to the word count over here, right? Coming over to the word count over here, normally in a common essay, we will see 3 different types of instruction for the word count. First one, in about 100 words. The number 100 is just an example, right? Okay. First thing that you guys will see, in about 100 words. Second thing that you guys will see is about in between 100 to 125. Third type of sentence that you guys will see, not more than 100 words. So what is one similarity that all this has is you are not allowed to go to more than the word that is given to you. Okay, not more than 100, not allowed to go. In between 100 to 125, not allowed after 125. In about 100 words, not allowed still to go more than 100 words over here. So when they say something like this, you guys will see either one of these 3 instructions in your exam. But today we have these three different kind of instructions over here when it comes to word count. Okay, when they say don't go, you don't go. And then why? Because everything that you write after the word count that is given to you, it's considered a loss of mark. You understand? So if you accidentally exceed, okay, that might happen, that is a common human error, right? Okay, what happens when you exceed accidentally, when you do your drafting and then you are writing your essay, you exceeded the word count that is permitted for you to do. So what do you guys do? Very simple. You are remember one thing over here. Okay, remember one thing over here. Don't cut, because when you cut, you have to finish up your conclusion again, right? Because you have written an essay, and then where will be the excess words be? It will be in your conclusion. When you cut down the words over there, your conclusion will be incomplete, making your whole essay incomplete. You see, one small thing will result in the big. So don't cut ever, right? What you do, okay, listen to me. This is what you do right now. Okay, we always allow about 10 words to be exceeded, right? But that depends on the paper markers, right? So what you do, you draft properly, and then you try to, if you are going to take out some words from your essay to be fitting into 100, right? You take out the words from examples. You know, there will be a lot of sentences that you guys would have given examples. Okay, read the examples and try to take out unimportant words. Where unimportant here means a word that you, if you don't use it itself, it still gives meaning to the sentence. Okay, so where will be these words be? They will be in your example sentences. So if you are going to cut out or take out, do it in there. But remember one thing, okay, you are allowed to go extension until 10 words. Okay, let's say they say 100 words and then you have accidentally written 107. They will still accept in a, how do you say, budi bicara pemeriksa, right? Okay, they will still accept for you one, but don't make it a habit. Okay, because I said this, you go sit in your exam hall, all 3 essays, write 107, 107, 107. You don't do that, right? Okay, so don't make it a habit. I'm just giving you a contingency plan over here for an emergency purpose. So don't make it a habit over here. Do we understand? Do we understand? All right, very good. Okay, that is for guided writing and other essays also lah, for word count and also other things. Okay, regarding this, what am I going to talk about over here is that, okay, let's go to the next section. Okay, right, next section over here, right? Okay, what am I going to discuss over here? What are the important elements that you guys have to find out? So every essay, all of us know, in every essay that we do, we will have an instruction, we will have an illustration, and we will have a point, some points for us to be discussed. Okay, first let's talk about instruction. What is even the purpose of instruction in essay, right? So this is why. Okay, now I don't know whether you guys understand or not. I'm just going to tell you guys these things over here. Okay, what is the purpose of an instruction? It is supposed to tell you 100% clear what are you supposed to do and what are you not supposed to do. So that is the reason why the instruction is right there in the first place. Okay, so make sure you, when you guys are reading the instruction, don't have the habit of reading it halfway lah. Right, 3 sentences of instruction, you read one and you assume that I've like when you read the first line and then you say that I understand the instruction, what am I supposed to do, and you jump into writing. That is not working smart for me. So why? Because when it comes to instruction, you will find 2 things. Okay, what is the first thing that you guys will find? Is very simple. You will find task and you will find purpose. Okay, both of them very, very important for you guys when you're writing your essay. So what are the example tasks that you guys will find in your instruction? The word count, right? When they say in about 100 words, that is your first task. When they say write an email to your friend, that is your second task. So what is the purpose of this task over here? Very simple, guys, okay? This task is mark. When you don't fulfill or complete this task, you're going to lose mark. So identify them in your center, in your instruction, and keep them in your mind. Okay, that is the purpose of instruction over here. It gives you a lot of elements for you to remember while, before, while, and after you're writing an essay. Okay, so in every instruction, you guys will find 2 tasks and 1 purpose. Purpose explains to you why are you writing this essay. Write an email to your friend to explain about your experience in Langkawi. So what is your purpose? To explain your experience in Langkawi. So what is the importance of knowing the purpose over here? Very simple. It prevents you from writing something out of context. Okay, a lot of essays, very well written essays, unfortunately, is written out of context or keluar tajuk because the purpose was not understood. Why are you and what are you supposed to write inside this essay? Okay, why are you writing this essay? I'm writing this essay to explain my experience in Langkawi. Why are you writing this essay? I'm writing this essay to explain about my experience in Langkawi. So when you know that, your mind and your point selection will be narrowed down to only to talk about your experience. Nothing else you guys will be talking about. So that is why you have to know the purpose. Where can you find it? You can find it in your instruction. All right? See, yeah. All right, so let's see over here. Let's see over here, right? When I'm talking about, right? Okay, so you see, write an essay is your task 1. All right, and then write your answer in 120, 125 words over here is your task 2, which both tasks you have to fulfill over here. You guys have to make sure you fulfill the both tasks over here, because if you don't, you're going to lose a lot of marks over here. Okay, the purpose, let's go for the purpose over here. What is the purpose of this essay? Okay, this is the purpose. Your teacher asks you to write an essay about what you would spend more. Okay, that is the purpose. Okay, what you would spend more is the purpose. So when you know this purpose over here, you will less likely write something that is not related to it. So that is why you guys have to know the purpose and everything in the instruction itself. You understand or not, right? So make sure you identify the purpose, you identify the 2 tasks you have to compulsorily complete before you go into the illustration later, right? Any questions over here, guys? Because this one is much more easier, right? When you understand the purpose and the task over there, it's much more easier for you to narrow down your focus on what are you supposed to write, right? Okay, so that is why you have to completely read the instruction for you to understand so many important elements over here, right? Finish with that. Okay, finish with that. Okay, let's talk about the next thing over here, which is wait, let me show you something. Okay, so I'm just going for the next element. First one you have to understand is the instruction. Okay, second one is what we call as this one, the whole thing over here, which we call as illustration over here. So illustration will be present in every essay, right? What is the purpose of them? Give you extra information about what give you extra information to help you when you're having trouble to develop your content sentence, right? So that is the reason why illustration is over there, right? So illustration can come in many forms, you know, but the very three common forms over here is one, picture, another one advertisement, and another one is your invitation. These are the three common types that can come out in your essay. So what do you do with them? Okay, don't put the illustration aside thinking that nothing like this one. Okay, not nothing. If you can gain a lot of information that you guys will, that it will help you when you're having trouble in making your or creating your content sentence or developing your content points over there. For example, you see over here, okay, informations. Let's try to go for the informations over here. If you guys see, first information is this one, articles wanted, okay, types of food, okay, and special facilities, improve your canteen. So these are some example informations that you guys can gather in your illustration, whether it's a picture, circle the informations and actions that you guys can see. When it's an invitation, you can gather informations like venue, time, attire, and other things as well, right? When it's a advertisement over here, you guys can do the same thing. It's just that don't put aside any illustration that you guys can see in your essay, because the information that you can gather from them is 100% useful for one first reason, when you're having trouble developing or creating a content sentence. Second reason, there will be some essays that they won't give you points to help you to write the essay. So what are you going to do? Are you going to waste your time looking for the points outside? No. Use the information that you gain from the illustration and create your content sentence as easy as it can be, right? So remember that, all right? Remember that everything can be done within the essay. You don't have to waste your time looking for the points and every other things outside, right? And waste your time. Rather, before you look outside of your circle, look what you can utilize inside the question itself. What you are looking at right now, it's what you guys can utilize. You understand or not? You guys understand? Okay, what is this? Srisha, I just saw your message over here. But sir, my teacher said it's okay to write more than they ask. Okay, it is okay. I did not say it's not okay, but I'm just saying that don't make it as an habit, because your teacher might say, right? Okay, she's correct. Okay, I'm not saying she's wrong. Okay, never will, right? But the thing is, my concern is, guys, over here is that you do not know what type of paper marker you will get. Okay, some will go only by the rule, right? Some will try to understand what are you trying to say, but both of them are correct, but you are stuck in the middle. Okay, what if you go beyond the word because you are allowed, you think you're allowed to, and then your paper is marked by the paper marker who only follows the rules? You will be penalized. Okay, right? So this is just that I'm just asking you to be careful not to get stuck in either one of them. You understand? It is totally okay, right? So I'm just giving you a heads up over here, Sirisha, right? Okay, so coming back to this one. Okay, so don't disregard any illustration that you guys can see in your question over there. Why? They are going to help you 100% if you are having these two situations, having trouble creating your content sentence, or you are not given points to help you to make the content sentence, right? So that is for this one. All right, any questions? Hopefully no lah. Yeah, okay. And then coming back over here, okay, points. The next important part that we're going to discuss are points over here, right? What is this? What of the format for article or report? What is it? What is the question over here? What is the what is the format for article report? They say they share the same format. Article and report, they share the same format. Do you guys know that, right? I will come back to you after finishing this one, right? Okay, the last part of an essay is your points. Okay, you guys will have some points. Some essays will have points given to you guys, right? So what do you do? Read the points. Okay, try to answer the points. So points will be coming in the way of questions. So the answer that you guys give for them is considered your content. For example, you see this one. Okay, you see this one, they're asking you what you would like to buy. So when you're answering that question, that answer becomes a content. Exactly, right? So that is what you have to understand over here. All right, so that is for point. But remember, not every essay will have an instruction, every essay will have an illustration, but not every essay will have points given to help you guys to understand the questions. Answer the questions. So what do you do instead of it? You be ready with plan B. What is your plan B? Plan B is to gather information from the illustration that is given to you guys after the instruction, right? So remember that when plan A doesn't work, plan B always works. All right, okay. So coming over to the next one, any questions over here? Okay, Vanessa over here. So when it comes to the last part, I always get lower compared to the other, right? What are the words I can use so that I can higher marks and the mix essay looks richer? All right, very simple thing, Vinisha over here. Vinisha, what can I help you with this is that try not to mess with the words, okay? Normally, when you guys go for the words over here, okay, Vinisha, like hopefully I'm answering you, right? What can you do to get higher marks and make the essay look richer? You try exporting extra elements like idioms and proverbs. Okay, so that will make your essay look richer, and that will give you higher marks. Remember, not extra marks, higher marks. Okay, so that is what you can try instead of replacing the words and everything. You understand, Vinisa? Right? All right. Next, Vaishnavi. Sir, how many paragraphs should I write for part 2? This is part 2, right? Your word is 125 to 150. Maximum you can write for 125 to 150 maximum words that you can write over here, right? No, right? Not 5. Definitely not 5. Okay, because 120 to 125. So the 125 to 150. How many paragraphs can you guys write? Maximum 3 only. That is also 1 paragraph, 3 sentences. You can go for like 3 paragraphs, but your paragraph will look very, very thin, right? So not 5, huh? Maximum you can go for 3 paragraphs only, right? Okay, Vinesha, I hope I answered your question, and also Vaishnavi, I answered your question. I hope so. Are you guys clear, both of you, before I move on? All right, cool. Okay, try not to mess with the words, Vinisha. Try go for extra elements like, yes, extra elements like idioms and proverbs over here. Okay, so the next, we are going to come over to the format. Okay, this is a very interesting format. I'm going to tell you something today that you are not going to believe me. Right. Okay, when we talk about the format, yes, Sharvin, raised your hand over here. How can I help you? It's that using powerful vocab. Powerful vocab, or you can call it as bombastic words. Yes, can use, but it has less impact on your essay. Much more, if you want more impact, more your essay to look richer, and you want to get high marks over here, I recommend you to use proverbs and idioms. Okay, bombastic word can, but the impact will be much lesser over here. Right. Okay. So the next thing, what I wanted to talk to you guys here over here is that, right? The formats over here. Okay, so when we are talking about the formats, I would like to bring it to your attention over here. Okay, empty space, right? Very honest question I'm going to put up over here before I start explaining. Okay, very honest question over here. My question is that we do have 100 formats. Okay, let's just put it to a focus count 100. We do have more than 100, but I'm just putting a focus number over here. Okay, let's say in our English education, right? Okay, we do have 100 formats of essays that are still active, that is being used until this very moment, right? So my question here for you guys is that how long do you think you need to memorize all the essay formats? That is my question to you guys. Okay, if I'm going to give you some time, okay, some time to memorize all the 100 essay formats over here, how long do you think do you need? Okay, that is my question. Okay, so let's see how you guys answer to the question over here. Okay, Janani over here says a month. Come, others. Okay, I do have a anonymous attendee over here asking about a question. So adding a quote in the first or last paragraph allows higher chances to get good marks. Yes. Okay, but I would suggest to you, don't add in the last paragraph, add it in the first paragraph, because that will, the chances are much more higher over here, right? Okay. So that is the question for the question and section over here, right? All right, so let's see over here. Praveen says for a year. Lohi says over here, not about how long to memorize, sir. It's how many times we do the format for it to stay in our heads. I'm talking about 100 formats over here, ladies and gentlemen. How long do you want to do? How frequent do you want to do 100 different types of format over here? Probably 30 minutes, Sophia. Probably 30 minutes. Very good. Okay. Darshini says 1 week. So let me say you something. Okay. Let me just give you something. Okay, you can take a year. I can give you 1 year to memorize all the formats in 1 year, and then I still can come back and ask to you after a year. You will still not be able to memorize, not because you are not capable of doing that, neither do I can do that. You know why? Because you are going in circles. Why you are going in circles over here, right? Okay, why? Because you think, okay, we think that we have 100 different types of format, but we only have 6 formats that we have to answer and memorize. Okay, we don't have, okay, we do not have hundreds of formats of different types over here. Another anonymous attendee over here is asking, sir, can you explain what are the reviews that have possibility to come out in an exam? Okay, so review writing, right? Sure, I'll come back to you. Right, so let me just finish this one. Right, okay, talking about the formats over here, if I give you a year, guys, you will still be not able to finish memorizing. Neither do I can. Why? That is the honest truth for you guys. You know why? Because we will be going in circles. We think that we have 100 different types of format, but the truth over here, they are not different. That's just a clone of each format. You understand? So how many formats do we have exactly in essay actively? 6. Okay, we have 6 active formats in essay. You want to see a proof over here? Let me show you. Okay, first one, email. Second one, descriptive. Number 3, formal. Number 4, informal. Number 5, short message. Number 6, report. That is the 6 formatted essays that we have, ladies and gentlemen. That has been cloned, that now we have 100. So if you are going to remind yourself to memorize the 100 formats, you're going to go in round. Because why? Report, if you see closely, report and article share the same format. So article and report, they have the same format, but they come under the 100 different types of format. So you're going to memorize the format of the report, and you come over to article, you're going to think yourself, I just memorized this format over here. So that is why you're going to go in circles. So my point over here, okay, first one I told you, right? Report is as same as article. Okay, short message is same as postcard. So do we have everything same or not right now? Okay, so we don't have 100 different types of format. We just have 6 different types of format, which has been cloned into 100 right now. Do you guys understand? Do you understand what am I talking about or not? So that is what I'm telling you, right? So don't waste your time doing the impossible thing over here. And then you are just wasting your time. Don't waste your time doing something that is very, very wasteful to do. Why? Because you are just going to come in rounds over here. You will memorize report, come over to memorize article, and then you see both of them are the same thing. So my advice to you guys, instead of wasting your time in memorizing the same format, memorize these 6 formats first. Memorize email, memorize descriptive essay, formal essay, informal essay, short message, and report. The other ones are clones over here, right? I just gave you a proof. Report and article share the same, but report is original, article is a clone of this report over here. Short message over here, okay, is the original one. What was cloned from it in the format? Postcard. So you don't have to waste your time. So don't waste your time doing all this, because it's just that that is impossible. You know why? Not because you guys can't do that, right? Why? Because when you remember the first 10 format, when you memorize the first 10 format and you go over to memorize the next 10, you guys will forget the first 10 already, right? You go for the next 10, you're going to forget the format in front of them. So why waste your time over here, right? And then answering the anonymous attendee Q&A over here, right? Sir, can you explain what are the reviews that have possibility to come on in exam? Okay, the possibility of reviews, popular reviews over here. Okay, review about a book, right? Okay. Part 3, wait, okay, wait, let me answer the question. Review, very popular review over here, we can look about review about a book, review about a food, and review about a restaurant. These are the 3 types of review that has the tendency to come out if review is selected this year, right? So because why? On the sense of very popular, right? Very, very popular. So that is the tendency over here, right? Okay. No, I think film review about a movie, right? Very less. It is over there. Movie, hotel, and everything. It is there. But popular ones are these 3 things over here. All right. So movie was not in my radar. Okay. Movie was not in my radar. Hotel was not on my radar. From the research that I have done, the popular ones that has the tendency, if review is selected this year for you guys, these are the 3 things: book, restaurant, and food. You guys understand? You understand or not? What am I talking about over here? Movie was not on the radar. Okay, the final research that I did before coming over here in front of, standing in front of you guys, movie was not in the list already, right? So that I can tell you guys, right? Okay, what are the questions over here? The next question, Shreya over here. I think my trial had a review about a holiday destination. Okay, that is trial is like my point over here is when you say place, right? A place review over here is what you're talking about, right? Okay, what are 3 popular reviews? Vinesh, 3 popular reviews over here is about food, restaurant, and what is that? Book. Okay, so Sriya over here says she had in the trial, she had a trial about holiday destination. That is a review of a place. A review of a place was in my list just now, right? Right? So that is what I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so review was popular. Review of a place is popular, right? Restaurant is a place, right? That is what I'm talking about. So how about a review on a product? Very less likely. Okay, review on a product is very, very less likely to come out. So don't hope for that, right? Because when you are reviewing a product, you have to have a very critical mind of reviewing, right? So for now, okay, for now, what came up on my radar when I was doing my research and everything, review about a place. What Shreya was talking about holiday, right? I said restaurant, she said holiday, so same thing, place only, right? food, and also book. These are the three things are favorites. Okay, not to say others are not are wrong. It's just that movie, hotel, and everything. Hotel can be considered because place, right? Movie and other things and everything are they are still there. But what are the favorites? These are the three favorites if review is selected to come this year, right? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand what am I talking about? Yeah. Okay. What? So I had a question just now. Yes, Praveen, for part 2. You want to know what are the favorites for part 2, right? Okay, I understand. Right, part 2, favorite, not to say favorite, popular questions for part 2 over here. Okay, you might have like review might come out in part 2, right? And also you also will have something like this. They'll ask you to write a very common essay for you guys. Okay, that might come out as well, right? But my concern is very simple. When you guys are able to understand the instruction, there should be no problem in you guys answering the questions, right? And also don't waste your time memorizing the formats in repeat. Okay, you're just wasting your time over there, right? Okay, so we have a question? Okay, I think I have answered your questions already, right? Okay. All right. Okay. So that is about part 2 over here. And then I've explained about what are the 6 essay types that you guys have to remember. So basically very simple, guys. Okay. We don't have 100 different types of essay formats. We only have 6. Where did the remaining 94 came from? They are the exact clone of these essays over here, right? So that you don't have to waste your time on. Sorry. Okay, and then part 3 is something like this lah. Okay, so don't determine yourself thinking that this will come out in that will come out in this and everything. Okay, you will, if you're rooting for review to come out in part 2, it may come out in part 3. Okay, so you don't hope something like that. You just have to know how to tackle these questions already, right? The very easiest way for you guys to tackle this kind of question is through drafting only. Understand the instructions and everything, start drafting before you write your essay and so on. All right, so that is about these essays over here. Okay, I actually wanted to discuss about reading and listening over here. Okay, what is the question? So let's say for part 3, question number 3, only story will be asked or anything else. Okay, there is part 3, question 3, right? So this one, right? So not necessarily lah. Okay, no, only story will be asked. That is not for sure. Don't narrow down your mind like that. Okay, because we will have a lot of things, but the thing is, it will be easier in part 3 lah. Okay, so it might be a story. They might ask you a report. They might ask you anything. So, right? So given review and articles, which one is easier to get marks? Okay, so answering Janani's question over here, only story will be asked or anything else. You have anything else also will be asked, not necessarily story over here, Janani, right? So because I do not want you guys to focus yourself on one particular thing, because when that doesn't come out, you're going to freak out over there. So we do not want that to happen in the exam hall. So don't focus your mind. So my answer, others will also come out. Okay, so going over here for Sharmita's answer over here, question, sorry. Okay, so given review and articles, which one is easier to get marks? I would say review. Okay, I would say review considering, right? Considering the format and how deep are you going to talk about and everything. Article has a very strict format, right? Review does not have a format. So Sharmita, answering to your question, that would be my choice lah. Okay, review will have easier to get marks because doesn't involve complicated format to be written, right? Norman, okay, Norman, which is better, story or article? Story, obviously story, because the same reason. Why? Because story doesn't have a complicated format. You can make up your own thing. Nobody's going to ask questions. That is why it is easier to write in terms of paragraph, in terms of format, in terms of how well can you develop the story. Okay, so this one you cannot do that. Okay, so let me come back. I hope I have answered Norman's question over here, right? Story is better, Norman, right? Praveen, if the restaurant review we can convert into food review, definitely. Okay, remember. Okay, definitely not. Why? Because Praveen, food review you can convert into much bigger restaurant. Okay, because you're still going to talk about the restaurant in that food review. But when it comes to restaurant, you cannot convert it. You cannot convert that into something smaller, right? Very hard. Okay, because when you're talking about the whole restaurant, you're going to talk about the whole food that is served over there, everything, at least 4 or 5. But when you narrow it down to one food, that doesn't seem legit over there, right? When you're talking about a food, you can include about the restaurant because you're still going to talk about one restaurant over here. So, right, you understand, Praveen, right? Okay, Kalaivani, sir, is any targeted topic theme for the essay or theme for the essay? So I would say review is popular. Review is kind of popular right now to being talked in everywhere I go. And maybe I can talk about report, okay, or a normal essay. See, these are the popular ones. I'm not targeting anything because this one is popular topics that has been talked about by everybody over here, Kalai, right? Okay, Sharmita, thank you. Okay, sorry. Okay, Janani, so review is like normal writing. Yes, exactly. Review is normal writing. That's why I said when somebody compared about review and article just now, I said, excuse me, I said review is much more easier because it doesn't involve in the aspect of format and how can you write, how long have you write. So that is much more easier to write. All right. Sue, I suppose you are a Cristiano Ronaldo fan over here. All right. So, sir, how to write a proper story? Proper story, how can you write a proper story? Make sure you have characters and a place. That will give you a proper story. When you start having characters in your story will start to develop on its own. So, when you have a place that you're talking about, you can have a focus point where to start the story from you, right? So, that is your answer. Do you understand? Okay, so those who ask questions, do you, wait, where is it? So I already asked the question just now, Divya, yes. I think sir never noticed, sorry. How about part 3 essay? How many paragraphs can I that is what I was looking for just now, scrolling up and down. Okay, sorry Divya, let me say, part 3, right? Part 3 will have 200 or 250 words, okay? Here, I can suggest you guys to write like at least 4 paragraphs, okay? Right? Divya, for part 3, you normally will have, regardless of the essay that you guys are writing, you will be asked to write about 200 to 250 words. For these words over here, you guys can try writing like 4 paragraphs. Do you understand, Divya? Right. Okay. Praveen, but for the review, we can write until 4 paragraphs. I think you don't have to. Because review doesn't come on sometimes review doesn't come under part 3. Review comes under sometimes part 2 or part 1. So 125 maximum 150 words. You can go for 3 or 2 paragraph or 1 short paragraph also can, Praveen. Right? Okay. So I think I wanted to discuss until this first, because I don't want to touch your listening and speaking. I think no matter how much I explain to you, right, you guys have gone through it. So let's just put bygones be bygones. You guys have gone through the listening and speaking already. Let's not talk about it yet because I do not want to confuse you with already what you guys are going through with the revision and everything, right? So we'll just put that aside. I will still, maybe if we have time, we can talk about the listening and speaking over here. Right. Okay. So I think I've done my job over here. I wanted to explain about the formats and everything, the heavy and the lightness of the format. I wanted to discuss this essay part for you guys. I think I've done that. So thank you for keeping the session actively with questions and everything. I hope I have answered your questions, all of your questions, very the best I can over here. Okay, so I did not notice the Q&A over here. So I will try to answer the questions to about a review on a product, any targeted themes. These questions I already got it over there. Right. So I hope I have done anything that you guys are pleased to done over here. I think that is all the time that we have today. So thank you for keeping the session alive with questions and everything. So I will see you guys again when I see you guys again. Take care of yourself and have a good weekend. And most importantly, good luck for your exam. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.